OVS handles 3 types of reimbursement claims: personal injury, essential personal property, and death. This video explains the rules for death claims. These claims may be made when a victim dies as a result of a crime, and the claimant cooperates with investigation and prosecution of the case. Claimants may be eligible for a death claim award for loss of support, burial, funeral, crime scene cleanup, and counseling expenses related to the death of a crime victim. A claim for burial or funeral expenses may be made by those financially responsible for the expenses, including a person or business, such as a funeral home. Claimants eligible for reimbursement of crime scene cleanup expenses when the victim is killed in a shared residence include the surviving spouse, child, stepchild, parent, sibling, step-sibling, step-parent, grandparent, guardian, grandchild. A claim for counseling expenses may be made to reimburse the cost of these services for the same individuals I just mentioned. They include the victim's spouse, children, stepchildren, parents, siblings, step-siblings, step-parent, grandparents, guardian, and grandchildren. Reimbursement for loss of financial support is a benefit to pay loss of income to a deceased victim's surviving dependents. Dependents may include the spouse, child, stepchild, parent, sibling, step-sibling, step-parent, grandparent, guardian, grandchild. Documentation needed for a death claim includes a report of a crime by a criminal justice agency, contact information of the detective's and district attorney's office, and a copy of the death certificate. Additional documentation needed for reimbursement of funeral expenses include itemized funeral bill, funeral contract signed by the claimant, proof of out-of-pocket expenses, burial benefit statement from any source, and, if applicable, a workers' compensation board decision. Other documentation is needed to be reimbursed for counseling expenses. These documents include a mental health treatment report completed by the provider, itemized counseling bills, payment receipts, and, if applicable, an explanation of benefits from the claimant's insurance carrier, should they have insurance coverage. For a loss of support claim to be awarded, the claimant must provide documentation that shows proof of income, proof of dependence upon the deceased victim, and disclose any reimbursements such as a pension or workers' compensation decision. These documents are listed here. More information about loss of earnings or support may be found viewing video 8 in this series. Emergency awards may be made for loss of support which results in hardship and for funeral expenses. The maximum amount of an emergency award for a burial is $3,000. The maximum amount of an emergency award for all other expenses is $2,500. Expenses OVS cannot pay for include, but are not limited to, wearable keepsakes, memorial bricks, anniversary memorial services, and food and beverages. This concludes this video on OVS death benefit claims. OVS, providing help, healing, and hope for crime victims in New York State.